so we're joined with Josh Wright after Totton 0, Ipswich United 2. Josh, obviously a very good performance from the team, but we do have to start with that injury that was sustained for Gio Bellingham. Do you have any update for us at all?
I know he's gone to hospital, Katie, which was the obvious. He spent some time in the medical room. I believe the ambulance arrived at some point during half-time or second half. But listen, he's now in the safest hands in hospital. It's not good. It's not good for him. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's not right to do that. But he suffered a serious injury, and I'm choked. I'm really, really upset for him. I understand the 3 points, and it's a fantastic performance and result, etc. But the boy's just got his chance. He's just come into the team in recent weeks, and he's been fantastic. He's a great character. It doesn't change anything in terms of whether you are or not. But for him to suffer that is a humongous blow for him. But listen, in the bigger grand scheme of things, the most important thing is that Gio's okay, and I'm sure he'll get looked after in the hospital. And we'll get updates through the night and over the weekend. But it's a real sickener for him, for us, and just in general, because I said to their staff and I said to everyone, the result it becomes secondary after that for people's welfare and life, you know. So it's a shame. It's a real shame. It's put a dampener on what's a fantastic day and a fantastic run that we're on. But we just wish Gio well. I've got so much time for him, and I'm sure at some point he will bounce back.
And of course, it's not just hard for the players, but for yourself to carry on. And we were ahead at the time of the injury, but we went on to get a second through G. How proud are you just of the team's performance and the resilience after that injury? Yeah,
well, it is difficult, Kate. It is difficult to go after that because your teammates see, again, I don't want to go into too much detail, but your teammates see a horrific injury, and they see someone that they work with day in, day out, who's a friend and a work colleague, and they see him struggling. You know, so they have to regroup, but we regrouped on the pitch, but then the referee made the decision to take us in. But we're professionals, so we have to bounce and react to situations like that in life. And I thought the boys did, and credit to as well, Totton. They came back out and gave it a go, obviously, and they made it difficult at times, even with 10 men. But sometimes football games can become more difficult when you're going up against a less man. It's a weird way of working football with that. And what I would say is 11 v 11, I thought we were really dominant. I thought we were really, really good. It was a fantastic away performance. We deserved the goal, thoroughly deserved it, and we should have gone 2-0 up just before the situation with Gio. But we managed the game fantastically throughout the rest of the first half and second half, and on another day we were out of sight with our chances. And I don't want to keep repeating it, but that's my only frustrating thing. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them because they've put in an incredible performance and are really, really on their game at the moment, but there's still so much more to come. But my little thing again is that ruthless mentality, you know, taking the chances when they come. It's not just my forwards, it's all round the pitch in terms of whoever it falls to, then decision making in that final third and in the box. And if we want to be a really good side, we have to take those chances, and we should have been standing there with 20 minutes to go really comfortable tonight, but we wasn't until Gino obviously gets that second one. And then obviously we're fine, but I want more. I always want more, and we have to strive for more. But listen, great performance, great result, a real dampener with Gio, and my main concern, thoughts now, is that Gio's going to be okay.
And obviously with that injury to Gio, we saw the introduction of Jonathan McCauley, who we announced just before team sheet. How did you see his performance?
Listen, football has a funny way of working. You know, that there's times during this season, but last season as well, and throughout our careers that sometimes managers and clubs go without a goalkeeper on the bench for one reason or another. Now, it was mentioned this week because obviously once Cuzzo had gone, Cuzzo left us Tuesday night, we had decisions to make, and obviously I don't want to go over situations, and we obviously had to wait for the right time that we could bring someone in, and it was short time, and I didn't end up having a chat with Big Jono until about 4 or 5 p.m. yesterday evening. So we hadn't met him, we hadn't seen him, we hadn't trained. He's come and met us on the bus this morning, and I said to him as he went on, this is what it's all about. Yesterday you didn't even realise you're going to be involved in a first team fixture, and now before you know it you're coming on, because he obviously knew that he was going to be on the bench, and he come on. And I'll start with just his all-round performance. He played like a man, and then at the time I've been to watch him. We went and watched him Tuesday afternoon before our game, me and Kers at Watford. We watched him at Totton a couple of weeks ago, and we've watched a lot of footage of him as well, and that's why it's so important to get out and watch games. And what we said about him was his stature, but he doesn't just play, and I say this with respect, as an academy player. He plays as if he's a man and a first team player, but he's loud, he's vocal, he's big, he's a presence. And on top of all that, with the way that he kicked it and commanded his box, the big save that he makes at 1-0, and that's why you have goalkeepers. It was a fantastic save, and I've just said it in the huddle then, and I'm really pleased for him. He seems a great character, a really good kid, and we're excited to have him, and he obviously could have a big role to play now.
I know it's a stat we keep on mentioning, but Jean's goal made him the 17th goal scorer. Another goal scorer for the club this year. He got his in pre-season. That must be so delightful for you.
Well, you know what? I was only actually talking about it the other night because I thought Ronnie was the 16th, but obviously the press didn't ask me after, so I was asking Curls on the way home, is that another goal scorer? And we were thinking, oh, he has scored, and we were trying to cast our minds, and we couldn't. So I said it must be the 16th. And then even with Gino, I have to say, I was going to look at the list who hasn't scored, so I was going to have a little bit of crack and banter in training and at the club. I didn't realise Gino hadn't scored either. So listen, it's a fantastic stat. It's a fantastic stat. If I can get all of my squad scoring goals at some point, brilliant. But what I want is individuals to score more goals. My forwards, my midfielders, my defenders, whoever it might be, to score more. But score more at the right times where we can be ruthless. Because the fans that travelled again in their numbers, who are fantastic and are deserving these results, as they have done for a long time, but they should have been celebrating 4 or 5 times today. The ball should have been hitting the back of the net at both ends for us 4 or 5 times today. But listen, I don't want to look and sound too negative on that front. I'm really proud of the boys. It's a fantastic result at a really tough place, at a really good side. Jimmy Ball's got his team going. They're a really, really good team, and we've watched them a lot, and I felt it was going to be one of our toughest tests so far this season. And the boys put in an incredible performance and a fantastic result to get back to the club with.
And then finally, Josh, we go into Cup Week next week. Do you think that's come at the wrong time, or to you does it not really matter?
It's always quite nice, Kate. It's always quite nice whether things aren't going too well. It gives you a little bit of a change and distraction and maybe opportunity for 1 or 2 to get some minutes who haven't been or need it. But at the same time, we're on a great run. And as you say, you want to keep going. You want to keep batting the door down and keep ticking them off and knocking them down. But listen, it's a first-team competitive fixtures. Whatever they are, whatever the cup competition, whatever the level, it's a first-team game, and I want to win it every single game. I want to win every training game that I go into. I want my boys to be competitive in training and to be the winners every day. And that's exactly how we'll go about it. And I actually think it's quite nice that we're on a good run in the league. We leave ourselves in a good position with a couple of games in hand on some sides and the game in hand on other teams. But it's a nice opportunity for 1 or 2 to maybe get some minutes and to maybe have a breather from the league, but hopefully back it up and continue this momentum and this run. And hopefully we can start to have another cup run in other competitions as well.
Well done today, Josh, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.